In this video, we will talk about how to find the nth term of a binomial expansion. So here's the formula. Given the binomial a plus b raised to the power of n, the nth term of the expansion is calculated as n choose r times a to the power of n minus r times b to the power of r, where n choose r can be calculated by the formula n factorial divided by r factorial times n minus r factorial, and where r is the nth term minus 1. So this formula might look a little intimidating, but let's check out an example of how to actually use it in practice, and you'll find that it's not so difficult. Let's say that we are asked to calculate the fourth term in the expansion of 2x plus y to the power of 6. So we have some binomial, we're raising it to the power of 6, and we just want to know, when we do this binomial expansion, what will the fourth term be? So to figure that out, we can use this formula up here. So let's identify what is n. Well, n is just whatever the power is right here. So let's write that. N is equal to 6 in this case. And then we said we'll also need to know r. So r is the nth term that we're being asked to find minus 1. So in this case, we're being asked to find the fourth term. So r is just going to be 4 minus 1, which is 3. So now that we've identified n and r, let's go ahead and plug in the values that we know into this formula to actually find this fourth term. So let's write fourth term. So we have n choose r, so n is 6, so let's write 6 choose r, r is 3. And then we're multiplying that by a to the power of n minus r. So a is the first term in the binomial. In this case, a is 2x. So we'll say times 2x to the power of n minus r, so 6 minus 3. And then we have that multiplied by b, so b is the second term in the binomial, so that's y in this case, so times y to the power of r. So r we said was 3. Okay, so let's simplify a little bit. So we said that when we have 6 choose 3, we can write this out using this formula. So we'll have 6 factorial over r factorial, so r is 3, so we have 3 factorial times n minus r, so 6 minus 3 factorial. And then we have times 6 minus 3, this is 3 right here. So when we have 2x to the power of 3, we have to take 2 to the power of 3, and then we also have to take x to the power of 3. So 2 to the power of 3, that's 2 times 2 times 2, that's 8. And x to the power of 3 is just x to the third. And then we have times, over here we're just left with y to the third. So let's go ahead and simplify this big expression right here. So 6 factorial, the way that we could expand that is, I'll write it over here, 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. And then that's all over 3 factorial. That's the same as 3 times 2 times 1. Let's write that in parentheses. And then here we have 6 minus 3, which is also 3. So we have another 3 factorial. So let's write that 3 times 2 times 1. Now we'll notice that one of these groups of 3 times 2 times 1 can cancel out with this numerator group up here. So let's see what we have. In the numerator, we're left with 6 times 5, that's 30, times 4 is 120. So in the numerator, we have 120 over 3 times 2 is 6, times 1 is still 6. So 120 divided by 6, that turns out to be 20. So this whole portion right here is just 20. So we can write our final answer as 20 times 8x cubed times y to the third. So our final answer will be 20 times 8, that's 160. And then we have an x to the third and a y to the third. So we can't simplify those at all. So we'll just leave it as x to the third, y to the third. So this is our fourth term in the binomial expansion. So you can use this exact same process to find the nth term in any binomial expansion. You just need to identify n and identify r, and then plug them into the formula that we outlined up here.